My memo today is addressed to the young men of Kenya. And I say deliberately young men because in all recent arrests related to political violence, I have not seen a woman in the list of suspects. Now, I'm all for gender equality, but on this one, I'm happy with that ratio, which is why we have to talk to our young men. We have to talk to them about their upcoming general elections by first of all assuring them that it will be one of many elections they will encounter in their lifetime. It will help to first notify them to use their energy, emotions, and passions sparingly, and while at it, wisely. You see, 17 suspects are in custody for the attack on Raila Odinga's helicopter. Most of them, young men. They're suspects, and we can't say at this point whether they did it or not. But the fact is that 17 young men are not with their families right now, but are in the cells of the Kenyan criminal justice system. It is particularly sad if some of them turn out to be completely innocent, but even more grave if some of them are found guilty of the reckless, uncalled for, and as may be said, primitive stoning of a helicopter. Now, this takes me back to my point of using energies and passions sparingly. And to all young men, no politician is worth dying for. Politicians are not a national mission. They are not by far comparable to causes of freedom that so many of our forefathers shed blood for. Remember, these young men may be jobless, while the politicians will likely have a job once they are elected. They are, with apologies to all politicians up there, among moving targets that could not be trusted with cycles longer than 5 years. That is why, young man, the sling you are carrying, the stone you are shaping, and the club or rungu or even panga that you want to bear on behalf of a politician is among the most pointless undertakings you have ever had in your life. They're simply not worth it. They're not worth your blood or indeed anyone's open veins. So ask yourself the hard questions before you go out and break the law for an aspirant or for someone defending an elective seat. Now, there's something else you need to notice. In most cases, you, the young man, may have never met that particular politician. You are running mad on account of a poster or branded vehicle or a persuasive representative of that politician you may have never met. Secondly, the politician's own children are not by the wildest measure as passionate or as energetic and committed to that politician as you are, because they know them way better than you do. They live with them, eat with them. They know them well, unlike you. They know that those politicians are just normal human beings, fallible, imperfect, and some would admit unfit for your attention and sacrifice. This is why right now in the Eldoret cells, and before that in the Kisumu cells, and before that you can pick any other previous arrests, there is not a single child, nephew, or cousin, or relative whatsoever of a politician that is in custody. They never throw stones, and just like that, they don't end up in police custody with cases to answer in the name of political violence. Now here is my final humble opinion to the young men of Kenya. How about using these energies and passions to organize better and to give yourselves a true voice during and after elections? This approach would give you an instant upper hand in your current loop-sided relationship with politicians. You will for the first time be their masters and not their subjects. You will for the first time be their bosses, not their servants, as is currently the case. You will for the first time switch sides, leaving the politicians to choose when and when not to throw stones. That is my memo.